That's Elizabeth.
Oh, hi. Okay, you can go.
Okay. Do you see any common behaviors with children of divorce?
Common behaviors with children of divorce. Honestly, I do not see common behaviors. I think one of the things that's interesting is sort of noticing change in the culture's perception of divorce. And so I think that years ago it was less common or less talked about. So there was sort of a stigma about divorced families, and so kids who were products of divorce, you know, they might feel, it might affect self-esteem, or they may feel different, or like there's something wrong with their family, that sort of thing. So I think just sort of culturally, as a reaction to divorce, kids would be affected that way. But it's so much more the norm now that it's often the case that kids feel like they can relate to most of their peers, some if not most of their peers, because they've had the same experience. So I think it's been normalized and it's not stigmatized as much as it has been in the past. So I think it's almost like culture's perception of divorce has been what's affected kids' attitudes and behaviors.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. And then how does a child's relationship with a parent change after divorce?
You know, that really has to do with the parents and how they handle divorce. So if the parents are able to handle it well and what's called co-parent, if they're able to co-parent effectively, and that means communicate with one another well, they share similar attitudes about parenting, they support each other's decisions about parenting, and really they do everything in their power to help the child keep a very normal life, then the child should, will be better off. But unfortunately, it's probably more often than not the case that one parent disappears or really just is removed from the child's life, and the child only sees them, once a month, let's say, or 1 week in a month, as opposed to being used to seeing them every day, or parents want to get back at one another and they use the child to do that. So all of those sort of power plays really can damage the child. So, so I would say really it just depends. It depends on how focused the parents are on doing what's best for the child.
Okay.